Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you a large diffuser box. It's actually my Mother's Day gift. She absolutely loves diffusers, and if I just take the top off and show you, I thought this was fabulous when I saw it. It says, "Thank you for being my wonderful mum," and it has, oh I can't open it because it's sealed, but it has this beautiful diffuser inside, and I know she loves them, and I thought this is just a wonderful present for her. But it's quite a, as you can see, I can just about get all of it on camera. It's gorgeous, and so I wanted to make a lovely box for it to sit in, because as we all know, cylindrical things are a nightmare to wrap, and so I thought, let's just get sensible here and do what I'm good at and make a box. But it also, this project also has a double use really, because although it shows you how beautiful you can make a box, I'm also showing you that you can make boxes for big things, even though our paper is only a certain size, and at the most it's 12 by 12. So obviously for this one, it's 3 and, where's my measurements? 3 and 5/8, no, 3 and 3/8 of an inch square. So obviously 3, 6, 9, 12, but then I'm 3/8 short on 4 sides, and I need that little tab to stick it all together. So what else is there to do but to use 2 sheets of cardstock and stick them together. So I'm going to show you how to make this super cute box. Obviously you can adapt it to anything that you need a box for, but I've gone with powder pink on that one. I seem to be obsessed with the retiring in colours at the moment. I don't know if you've noticed a bit of a theme going on, but yeah, I love the in colours that are retiring, and it's so sad, but I'm also excited for the new colours that are coming in, so we'll wait and see. Okay, so to start off with then, for the base and the lid, so they're both made exactly the same size and size of cardstock, we need them to be 7 and 3/8 by 7 and 3/8, 2 of, which is 13.5 by 13.5 centimetres, and then we're simply going to score at 2 inches on all 4 sides, which is 5 centimetres. So the bottom and the top done exactly the same, 2 inches all the way round, and I'm going to do the same again on this one. And you may have noticed that I do use my trimmer a lot more than my scoreboard. I think it's just because I personally just find it quicker and easier. You know, when I'm making my cards or I'm doing my prototypes, unless it's something that needs a shim, I just find it quicker to do it on this, because I'm cutting the card and then I'm scoring, and I just find it easier for me personally. However, the scoring board is fantastic, and it is a great thing to have when you are using shims and things. Okay, so as you can see, my 2 pieces now. So what I need to do is simply fold and burnish those 4 score lines, and it's just the same excuse me, as we're making any box. We literally just do the basics as we would with a lid or a base of a box. So that's those parts done, and then we're just going to cut now the 4 corners into our little tabs. So let's cut those wedges out. So I'm just going to literally do this on all 4 pieces. And I can't believe that it's April already. I don't really know where this year's gone to so far. It's absolutely crazy. But at least today, while I'm filming, we have beautiful blue sky and sunshine. So I'm quite pleased about that, because I've just been told that next week, which will be when you're getting this video, is meant to be back to the miserable rain and dreariness, so I'm just going to make the most of these videos. I might even have to get in the garden this weekend. Just do a little bit of tidying up before that rain comes and makes it all look just a mess again. Okay. Right, so top and bottom of my box then. There we have them, exactly the same. I'm then going to use some wet glue, and I'm simply just going on these little tabs here. So that's that one. And then I'm just folding them over and lining those edges up. Okay, and then exactly the same this side. So just line those up. And then I'm also going to do this one as well. I've got glue everywhere on my fingers already. I'm just going to go all the way on these ones. Exactly the same. And then just add those. So those are stuck nicely together. And then exactly the same, just this side. Okay, so that one decided to have a little wiggle and a little move, so we'll stop that one right in its tracks. There we go. And that's the good thing with using wet glue. It means that I just had enough time then just to slide it very slightly and get it in the right place. So there are our lids and our base. I've then used the beautiful shimmer ribbon. If you can see how shimmery that is, just so beautiful. And I've literally just measured all the way round. And I've already forgotten if I only did 3 or 4 sides. No, there we go. So cut that one there. And then I need one, whoops, exactly the same length again. So that's those. And obviously this is the pool party, and the other one I used was the shimmer, the powder pink. And then Ye Faithful tear and tape, which I'm going to run down the length of my ribbon all the way down the centre. That's that one. And then I'm going to do exactly the same again on this other piece. All the way to the end. Okay, and I've got my other scissors here ready. So basically you just pick a corner. So I'm going to pick this one because it's not the prettiest of corners, which sounds ridiculous, but that's the way I work. And just take some backing off, not a lot, and then I've just lined it up with the top of the box and the corner of the box. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull a little more of that ribbon backing off there and just line it up. So I literally do the full length of that box and line it up, whoops, with the top, and again there, line it up with the top. And then the last piece, obviously, you take to the end And now I don't want to overlap it because that means I'll have that edge. So what I've done is I've simply cut with just a fraction over, so it just covers that join. And now, because this will be at the back of the box anyway, you can't see it. So that's that one done. So we're going to do exactly the same again here. So find my ugliest corner, which is that one. Just take some of the backing off. And in fact, I don't like the edge of that ribbon. It's not very straight at all. That's a bit better. I'll trim that off in a moment. So just lining it up with the top, and then just line it up and roll that backing out of the way in sections. And again, just over to the edge, and then whilst I've got that little bit I wanted to trim, and there we have that one done. So that's the top and the bottom done now. So I'm going to put one to one side, which will be the top, and then I need my body of my box. So I have two sheets here that are 10.5 by 7.5 inches, which is 27 by 19 centimetres. And I'm simply scoring on the short side, both the same. Now you might find this scoring of mine a little random, because you'd be thinking, why don't you score at like 2 and 4 or whatever the measurements would be. But for this, I'll be honest, I got through lots of cardstock trying to get the measurements right for this, and I find that when I'm doing something like this, I'm better off to do one individual measurement. So I'll explain as I go. So the first score I'm doing is 3 and 5 16ths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to score there, which actually is 8.4 centimetres. And then the next one I want to score at is 3 and 3 16ths. Sorry, 3 and 6 16ths. So again, I'm going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know it's that mark there, and I'm actually going to put my scored line on it and score again. Now, like I said, you may think, well, why do you not just add 3 and 5 16ths and 3 and 3 16ths? And the problem is that when I come to measure my other fraction, it's on the join here. And because it's such a precise measurement, any tiny 1/8 of an inch is going to be out. So I literally did it that way for ease, but it is actually 3 and 5 16ths and 6 and 11 16ths, which, as I said, is around here somewhere. In centimetres, it's 8.4 and 16.9, or 8.4 and then 8.5. We're just adding a fraction more onto that second piece. So I'm just going to do this one again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which actually is 3 and 3/8. And score again. And that's all you need to do for that point. And then fold and burnish them. Fold and burnish, and then back in with my, you can use wet glue if you want to for this, but I prefer using tear and tape on these ones. So again, close to that scored edge, I'm just going to run a strip there and a strip without tear and tape on the end. Sorry, without pool party cardstock on the end. Get off! Stuck to me. And I'm just going to run another strip down this side too. and then obviously take the backings off these ones. So there's one, and there's my second one, and obviously I need this folded, the small part, to go on the outside. So now I'm just going to line these up, and I actually found it better. Let me just zoom out, although you'll get a little bit of a, oops, that's the wrong way. Bit of a mess of my desk, but if I zoom out, you can see here, I'm actually using the bottom of my grid paper as a straight line to butt this one against my thumb so that I know they're straight, and then simply lay the rest of it in line with the score line. So that's a nice neat fold. Both of my ends now are equal, and I'm going to do exactly the same again. Look at the mess you can see around now. Exactly the same again with the tear and tape on this one. So 1 and 2, and then again exactly the same again. Let's take the backing off, and then adhere these two. And if you've got your first one right, then you should just be able to fold it over like that. And there is your tube. Now, again, if you've got a scruffy end, and for mine it's this end, that's going to be going in the bottom. So remember where the back part is, remember where your scruffy bit is, and then this will simply sit in your base, or should. There we go. So then what you need to do, and I don't know why this one's bowing, the last one I made didn't, typical. Oh heavens above, my pencil's just gone down the back of my desk, and I don't actually know where my other one is. Never mind, I just have to use a pen on this occasion. So what I'm going to do now is I make sure that that base is pushed right into the bottom. I've then got a pencil or a pen, and just where your ribbon is, just draw a little line. Okay, so you should have marks on all four sides. The next thing then is, again, just to grab some tear and tape, and this is basically to keep that base attached so that when your recipient opens the box to take the diffuser out, the body of the box doesn't come away and leave the base sitting there as a lid, an upside down lid. Okay, once you've done your tear and tape now across the bottom where those lines are, get one end, don't pull it off completely, fold it up and give it a little crease so it's like that. Do exactly the same on the other side. So just a fraction so that it's sat up like that. I'm then going to put this inside, just remembering where my, I think I've done this upside down now, but never mind. Oh no, it's here. There's my rubbish side, there's my ribbon join. So let's pop those in, and it doesn't matter if you just push the sides in slightly just to get it in its place. Okay, now what you need to do, again, give it a little tap, make sure it's sat all the way to the bottom. We're then simply going to pull that tear and tape out, give it another little push, put your hand inside and press where that tear and tape sat. Same again here, gently round that corner, pull that tear and tape out, little tap, push the body of the box up into that tear and tape. Again, where you've got your little tag of your tear and tape that you folded up, let me scroll back in again. There we go. Where you have that little tab of tear and tape, you can just simply pull a little push to make sure it's in the right place, push it up to touch that tear and tape. And then the last one, which luckily is the rubbish end, but we're there again, just push it up into the tear and tape. Now, as I say, I don't know why this one's not quite right, because the previous one, as you can see, I didn't have any bowing, any creasing, absolutely nothing. It worked perfect, though I don't know why this one isn't, but never mind. And so now you see your bottom and your body aren't going to come apart and separate, and thankfully that's at the back anyway. Okay, now my lid should, where's that join? There. So my lid should now fit on nicely, but it probably won't. Oh no, there we go. So my lid fits on. Again, it's got gaping and I don't know why. Who knows, it always happens on camera. But anyway, this is my finished box and I just need to decorate it. So I've gone ahead and used the lovely rectangle stitched framelets while we still have them, hoping they get carried over. And I'm using, so the third largest on some grey granite, and then, is it the next one down? Yes, and then the next one down for the Whisper White. So I'll pop that to one side, bring in my big shot, and so pop my Whisper White piece through, and then just take that out and put my grey granite piece in, run that one through, oops, take that out of the way, and then just simply pop these out. So there's my lovely grey one, and here is my super smashing white one. Okay, so I don't know what's underneath there that's stuck. That's it. Right, so all I simply need to do now is put my sentiment on here, which I've heat embossed in gold. So give that a wipe with my embossing buddy. I'm using the fabulous Amazing Life. I love this one, and I think So Happy to Have You in My Life. It is quite a nice sentiment, I think, for Mother's Day. Versamark, and then obviously just make sure when you pop it on to here, it's sort of central and straight. And then just give that a little scrub. Gold, my gold embossing powder. Give it a good cover. Give that, grab my heat tool. Give this a quick heat. And I'm not too worried about this curling because it's going to be stuck on with dimensionals anyway, so it will soon lie flat. There we go. I love how quickly this takes. It really doesn't take long at all, and it is just so effective. I remember the first time actually I wanted to try heat embossing, and I thought, oh, that just looks so technical, I'll never be able to do that. And now I love it. I'm quite excited actually, because I do keep thinking about the new catalogue that's coming from Stampin' Up, and I am really excited about it. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am, because it's just going to be amazing. There's just going to be so much new stuff, and so excited. And hopefully you've seen my updates on the storage system as well for the new ink pads and markers and blends. Oh my goodness, I so need to get that. I love my storage as it is now, but to have proper Stampin' Up storage is just something else, isn't it? It's just next level, I think. So yeah, so I'm popping dimensionals on here. As you may have noticed on my dimensional sheet here, when I did my pink one, I actually used the edging because it was just a little easier. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And then exactly the same thing again. I'm just going to pop dimensionals on the back of this one. And then this is going to go on my frustratingly wibbly box. So annoying that stuff like that happens, isn't it? That pink one, thankfully that's for my mum, the pink one, so I'm so glad that that one worked out well. But why did this one not work when I did exactly the same thing? Doesn't make sense. And so there is my sentiment. And then to finish it off, again, just bring this, my mum's back in. So on this one, as you can see, I use these beautiful frosted flower embellishments, which I think work a charm. Sadly, they don't do them in Pool Party or any other similar colour. So I'm actually going to go with a floral romance seal on this one and just try something, oops, a little bit different. Where's my piercing tool? There it is. No, that's not going to work, is it? They usually stick to that, so you can stick them on. Oh, well that's ridiculous. The sticky's virtually gone on that one. So we'll go with this one instead. That's better. And I'm going to oops! Oh crumbs, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? And I'm just going to pop this one. Top or bottom, top or bottom. Oh, I'm sure you're all shouting, top, bottom. I'm going to go bottom, I think. Just stick that on there. Hand inside to assist pressing down. I quite like that actually. And then I'm going to put this lid on. I'm going to try and see if I can keep the front looking decent. Oh, there we go. Yes, perfect. There we go. If I lie them together, you can't see. There we go. My large diffuser box. Hope you like them. Sorry it's a long video. You could always add some sequins or something here maybe. But I hope my mum loves it. I like it and I like the way it's turned out. Hope to see you all again soon and thanks for bearing with me. See you soon.